Hi, this is Brian Kim. I'm going to share with you this helpful tip in placing the chopper out to the equator for double chop and cross chop. You've seen my other videos where I talk about the epinuclear ridge, which means that you're able to place the chopper out to the equator safely and ensuring that you're definitely within the bag, not outside of the bag. But to place the chopper out to the equator using hydrodelineation is actually a very, very helpful guide to place the chopper out to the equator. And so you're going to see this in this case. And so I'm going to go ahead and finish my rexus here. But as I'm doing my rexus, let me just talk about hydrodelineation. Again, hydrodelineation is basically creating a wave between the endonucleus and epinucleus. And so you'll get the golden ring sign. And when you have the golden ring sign, I want you to be able to know that the edge of that ring is where you're going to be able to place the chopper out. And so you don't have to place the chopper all the way out to the capsular bag if you're very scared about that. So you can see here, this is hydrodelineation. With that step, I stab the lens in the mid-peripheral area down, and then I got a nice golden ring sign. So that's the golden ring sign, which separates the epinucleus and the endonucleus. You can actually place the chopper at that level and to perform an effective chop. You don't have to place the chopper out to the capsular bag. So you can see here, I'm going to remove the surface epinuclear material, and then I'm going to place the chopper underneath the epinuclear ridge, but I'm just going to place it right to the ring, to the golden ring. I place the chopper tip pointing down at the golden ring edge, turn the ficca tip vertically subincisionally, crush the lens piece completely in half. I place the chopper out to the contralateral equator, only to the ring edge, point it down, pull it centrally towards the ficca tip, crushing and bisecting the right heminucleus. I use a little vacuum to lift the first quadrant up and using mechanical fracturing forces, crushing the lens pieces. I place the chopper around the second quadrant to the golden ring edge, pull it centrally, crushing it against the ficca tip, using a little bit of vacuum to position the lens piece and then crushing it with mechanical fracturing forces and emulsifying the lens pieces. So that is the removal of the second quadrant. Again, I'm placing the chopper only to the golden ring edge. I'm not placing the chopper all the way to the capsular bag. I turned the second heminucleus in front of me, placed the chopper around the lens to the golden ring edge, pull it centrally towards the ficca tip, crushing and dividing that second heminucleus into a third and fourth quadrant. Using a little bit of vacuum, I'm using mechanical fracturing forces to start to crush the lens pieces into smaller pieces, and I removed that third quadrant. That fourth quadrant basically is free floating. I was able to just crush it with mechanical fracturing forces and then emulsify the lens pieces. And so this is the easiest way to find where to place the chopper out to the equator. You don't have to place it all the way to the capsular bag if you're very worried. You can perform hydrodelineation, and the golden ring edge will differentiate between the epi and endonucleus. You really only have to use double chop and cross chop. Actually, any chopping technique, all you have to do is chop the endonucleus. And so if you use this technique to get to the golden ring edge, you don't have to place the chopper so far out. Use the epinuclear ridge to slide under the capsular rexus edge. And this ensures that you're definitely within the bag and that you're not tearing the capsular bag or the zonules. But then when you're underneath the rexus edge, you're able to turn that chopper pointing downward vertically when you reach the golden ring edge. So I hope this was helpful to you, and I thank you for your attention.